I would like to give a special nail addict shout out to Sammy the Goat, Omnia's Wish, Miss Black Sheep Does Nails, and Exotica's Empire for being the first four to comment on my last video. I appreciate y'all so much. Hey y'all, welcome back and welcome if you're new. My name is Sheena, and if you haven't already, please hit the like and subscribe button. I'm gonna go ahead and get into today's set. So for today's set, I'm using my XXL 123 Go Coffin tips from Nail Couture. And these are like my favorite. Like, this is a normal length I love to wear. Also for today, I'm using some products from Cora. I'm using Cora's Lavender polish. I'm going to be using their white nail liner. I'm also going to be using a reflective glitter gel, Hex In The City. I've never used this, so this would be my very first time using this particular one. I'm using a polygel by Cora called Rainbow. Really cute polygel. And I'm also going to be using Bloom, another Cora polygel. So today's set is going to be the Lazy Girl method. I'm also using like just a patch of flowers out of this foil here. And it's a purple set. I felt like I wanted purple nails this day on one hand, and the other hand I ended up doing blue. And I've done this set, it's been done for a while, so yeah, I'm just now getting the voiceover out and getting it out for you. But I loved wearing this set. It was very nice, lots of compliments. This was a really nice one, this particular set. So I'm going in on my thumb with Bloom, and I'm going to make this entire nail the Bloom polygel shade. So I'm using my 2-beat method. I just put some of that polygel into the nail tip, and as you can see, I'm patting it into the nail well, making sure it covers all the sides, and just kind of ombreing that down. And that's my first bead, and I'm going to go ahead and cure that. With the Lazy Girl method, what I noticed when doing the 2-bead method, you want to make sure you don't bring down too much of the polygel on that first bead, because you have to keep in mind the second bead has to go over your actual nail bed and just fit just right. So don't bring down too much, but you do want to bring down a good amount as well, so that you have the opacity that you're looking for at the top of that nail as well. So I'm going to show you again for the 2-beat method. I'm going in with a decent amount, pretty much halfway down that nail. Today's slip solution I'm using is 91% alcohol, and I'm just lightly patting that right into that nail well. I personally like my Lazy Girl nails to be a little thin underneath, not really thin. Like, I want it opaque and I want it fully covering the inside of that nail well, but I don't want it thick. I want it so that, like, if I had to scratch or had to do anything that I would normally do with nails on, I can feel, you know, I don't know how to explain it, but I don't want any polygel lumped and thick underneath my nails. So I try to make it as thin as possible and as sleek as possible to the nail with the right opacity as well. I also always like to turn it over just to make sure everything is fully covered. And once I get the first bead down for the 2-beat method, I then go in and cure that completely before going in with that second bead. So now on my index, I am doing a full shade of, I put down Rainbow, and then I'm going to go ahead and just put a little bit of Hex In The City down and some of that Lavender down as well. And I'm just mixing it together with a wooden stick just to give it kind of like a marble effect. So I wanted both of these purples in this particular nail. I wanted the reflective in there just to give off that, you know, reflective look when the sun hits my nails, or however. I love anything really glittery, and reflective gels are like really nice to use. And so I definitely wanted to incorporate it with this set. So I mixed everything together, and I'm going to just lightly pat all of that into the nail. So as you notice with this one, I didn't do the 2-beat method, and that's because of the technique I was using as far as like mixing the gels. I felt like if I did it 2 different separate times, it might not have been the right ratio with the different polishes in it. So I did decide to do this with 1 bead, and with the gloves on, for me, this was fine. But what drew me away from the Lazy Girl method when it first came out was the stickiness of doing like a whole nail just like this and then placing it on your nail. So sticky. But with the gloves, I was okay. And I really loved how this nail came out. So by the cuticle area, I'm trying to make sure it's nice and flushed, not too much product, so that when I do apply it to my actual nail, it should just apply very, very nicely. I'm also turning it over to make sure I like how it looks. And I just sit that until I'm ready to apply it to my nail. So I'm not going to cure that one because it's already fully applied. I'm just sitting it to the side till I'm ready to cure it. So now I'm going in on my middle finger. I'm doing just a tip. So this is going to be an ombre now. So at the tip, I put down the rainbow polygel and then a little bit of the Hex In The City and a little bit of the lavender. And I am just going in and mixing all of that. Again, this is like the 2-beat method. So I'm going to take my polygel brush and my slip solution and pat that right into this nail well and blend it down to make an ombre. And you'll see that once it's pretty much done. But this is just like doing a 2-beat method, pretty much when you're doing an ombre with lazy girl method. So I'm just going to blend that down very, very nicely and make sure I'm turning it over to see that it looks how I want it to look. And then I'll cure this nail fully for a full 30 seconds on that one. And then I'm just repeating that same thing on my pinky as well. So with the prep, what you want to make sure you're doing before applying your polygel nails, or excuse me, your lazy girl nails, is taking a cuticle pusher and you're going to just gently push back your cuticles just to expose any dead skin that may be there so that you're able to remove that and get a very nice application. This is one of my favorite drill bits ever. It's a ball bit. And this is so great for cuticle works because I'm not used to like nipping my cuticles yet with a cuticle nipper. So this works wonders. It can go right on my skin. It does not cut, very fine, takes away all of the dead skin. This is like one of my favorite drill bits, very safe to use. And again, you can just see all of that dead skin lifting up very, very nicely. But I take this and go around all of the cuticles on my nails. And that's my next step when actually doing a proper prep of my nails. Then I'm going in with a fine grit sanding band and my mandrel and just going across my nail bed to remove the shine from the nail. But also I had like a little bit of product from a previous set on my nails as well, so I was just lightly going over that to remove that as well. And when I'm using this fine grit sanding band, I'm always at a speed 4 to 5. Don't need much speed and no pressure. You just want to kind of rough it up and give it some scratches so that the product adheres a little better. Then off camera, I dusted off my nails as well as I could, and I'm now going in with my Cart's dehydrator. The dehydrator works to remove any extra oils that may be on my nail bed. You want to make sure you have a very dry nail when going in with your application so that you have long-lasting nails. And then now I'm hitting the nails with Young Nails Protein Bond, which is a primer, which also helps with the adherence of a long-lasting nail set. I let that air dry for a few minutes, and now I'm going in with my Cart's base coat and just going over the nails with a very thin layer. The base coat is there to protect your natural nail, but also it's there to help the polygel adhere as well. So now I'm jumping back to the thumb where I was doing that 2-beat method, and I'm going in with my second bead by the cuticle, and I am patting that into place, making sure by the cuticle area, it's very thin. Not too thin, but very thin, but it's opaque as well. And then I just brush that right into that first already cured bead. And I'm going to lightly place this on my thumb, making sure that if there was any spillage, I do clean that up. I'm going to give that a flash cure with my flashing lamp, and then I'm going to do a full cure once I get everything on. But this is just with the 2-beat method, how I usually do. So you see me kind of placing it there. I also turn it over to make sure there's no bulk, and I'll be able to show you that in this video because I did have a few nails that had bulk. But this is like my detailed tutorial of my way of doing the lazy girl method that works for me, and where my nails last like pretty much as long as I want. So this nail is already done with all of that product in the inside, and I'm just lightly pressing it to my index. I'm going to clean up any spillage before going in and curing that. And so now we're jumping over to the middle finger, and this is the ombre. So I'm going in with Bloom by the cuticle and doing the same thing I did for my thumb, just making it pretty thin by the cuticle area and brushing that right up into that first cured bead. And then I'm going to lightly place that on my nail bed, and use a cleanup brush or my polygel brush to remove any spillage, and then I'll go ahead and give that a flash cure. So this is where I turn it over, and you see how it's kind of a bit of polygel there. I just lightly brush that so it's nice and smooth before going in and curing anything. And I'm basically going to be repeating that same thing with the rest of the nails. So the ring finger is a full shade of the Bloom, and then the pinky is yet another ombre with the Bloom as well. I hope that everyone is having an amazing morning, afternoon, evening, or night, wherever you may be. And thank you so much to anyone that does take their time to watch my videos. It is greatly appreciated. I thank you from the bottom of my heart. If you're new to my channel, welcome to the Nail Addict family. And I thank you so much for joining me on my nail journey. It means the absolute world to me. And if you've been subscribed to the channel, I definitely appreciate you guys because I have the most amazing subscribers who are always showing up and showing love. And I just appreciate it so much because I'm just thankful and grateful for this journey. I've learned a lot, and I'm just proud of myself for being able to create such unique designs at times, just fun and just stylish, really nice designs. It's always a very fun experience. And this is what the nails look like after application, and not so bad, not so much spillage or anything like that. But off camera, I did go ahead and file shape and buff. And now I'm going in on my thumb and my ring finger with Makart's nail foil glue, because I will be applying a flower on the both of these fingers. It is springtime, so like spring sets are really fun to me. I really love like the different flowers and things like that. Always a go-to. I love spring nails. Spring nails are like some of my faves. I'm surprised I haven't killed you guys with the flowers, but the pastels and everything that goes with spring is just always really nice to me. So I'm going in with this foil on my ring finger, and I'm placing it down and just trying to make sure I have it on as much as possible, smoothing it out with my fingers. I couldn't find my silicone tool, so at times I will use my cuticle pusher, and that's what I use today, and just push that down. Now with nail foil glue or transfer glue, you want to cure it for 60 seconds in your lamp, and then I always wait an additional 30 seconds before applying the foil, and almost every time I do get a pretty great transfer. That's a key for me. Like, it's always worked. I remember there were times when I would just put that foil down immediately after it came out of the lamp, and I would notice a lot of like patches and missing pieces of the foil that I was trying to put down. But with waiting those extra few seconds, it definitely makes a difference, and I can guarantee you'll always get a very nice transfer. I have a lot of different nail foils, and like, it's a form of art that I like to gravitate towards because it's like really quick and easy. So if you've never tried a transfer foil, there's all different types. I mean, anything that you can think of being in a foil, you can definitely find it somewhere, whether it be Amazon, Shein. I'm sure Temu now has stuff like that. I'm trying to work up the courage to do a Temu haul. I don't like jumping into the hype and like buying so many products, because like, if I gave y'all a tour of all the products I have now, I have so much stuff that I've purchased with my own money already. It's ridiculous, on top of my PRs and things like that, that I really don't even feel the need to like indulge in every little thing and but I am going to do a Temu haul because there's a few things my girl Phyllis Banks showed that I definitely would like to get and try. And they are so affordable. That's the catch for me. I feel like I will go overboard and like spend money I don't need to be spending on nail products, because when I first started nails, I was crazy, y'all. I would buy something every week. It was just too much, and that's why I have the overload that I have now. But I'm thankful for what I have, because I'll just always have things to do my nails with no matter what, and that's a plus for me. But yeah, these foils here, people that are going around that see me on a regular basis, they swore I drew these flowers on. And I could have. They look doable. But it's just a nice form of art. Like, so simple, so easy. Again, just as long as you take your time and make sure you're like basically varnishing that into those nails, they transfer out pretty nice. So I got this mold, I want to say, I think from my Betsy box I tried one time. I'm not sure, but I love it. Like, I want to get so many different molds so I can make my own little charms and stuff. I think that's really cool, but I decided to incorporate it in this particular video, and I'm taking Hex in the City and Lavender and just filling this up to create this flower charm. And I loved how it came out. It was so easy to do. I cured it for 60 seconds in the mold. And then I took the flower out of the mold, turned it over, and cured it for an additional 60 seconds under the lamp. It cured all the way through. Very nice, very perfect. And yeah, so I really enjoyed this, and I definitely want to look for more of these molds so that I can create so many different things. I like how you can use different colors and just make it pretty much your own with just the colors. Allows you to make the charm your own, and I absolutely loved it. This one came out really nice. I love how it looks under flash with the reflecties. You'll see that later in the video. But yeah, this was very fun to do, and I definitely want to invest in more molds so I can make more charms. My girl Sandra's sparkly sets, she always makes charms, and they're always so freaking cute. And so yeah, I want to get more into making charms because it's just fun. This was very therapeutic for me, with the different colors and trying to just put them in the positioning that I want, and then making sure to fill the mold so that the actual a charm itself is thick enough as well. It was great. And this is how the charm looks. I had to file a bit of things off. Well, actually, this first charm I showed, off camera I did another one because it had like a little blue from the other set that I ended up doing. So I did it over so it wouldn't have any blue tint in it. But like sometimes it might be a little extra like gel and stuff. You can just take a file and file it. But I took some of my Squeeze It Gummy Jelly from Nail Couture. It's a rhinestone glue, and placed that on my middle finger with that charm I made, and just some random purple rhinestones that I got off of Shein. And I'm just making a swirl design on this nail, and I really liked it. This charm is very comfortable to wear for the week too, because like I like big charms. I think they're really cute, but I always say to myself, it'll just be for a video. I'll do it for the video, obviously with the pop off method, take it off, and then, you know, I wouldn't wear it through the week. But wearing this nail set through the week was very nice, actually. Like, it wasn't too bulky, it didn't get in the way, it didn't get caught on anything. It was just very, very nice, and it obviously stayed the entire time I wore them. So, like, I guess this particular size is my go-to because I really, really enjoyed wearing this particular charm. On the pinky, I'm just making a swirl line to put those purple rhinestones in the rhinestone glue. But I didn't use a charm, obviously, because the pinky is so small. So it's just going to be the rhinestones, and then I do a cure in my lamp for 30 seconds. So on the ring finger, I'm taking Hex In The City, and I'm just making a random line at the top of this nail and then towards the free edge of this nail, just to give it a bit of pop, because I wanted that reflectiveness to come through on all of the nails when it was under flash. So just a very simple, like, little line at the top and the bottom of this nail on both my ring and my thumb as well. And then once that was cured, I'm now going in with Lavender and doing the same thing right next to Hex in the City. So for the white gel, I'm not sure what I was intending on using it for, but as you can see, I never ended up using it. It was just a very nice purple glitter set, and I loved how this set came out. So now I'm just going to top coat over all of the nails and give my nails a 30-second cure. Off camera, I did apply some cuticle oil, and I'll be back in just a moment with the final look. And here's the finished set. so icy. Like, I just love all of the glitter, y'all. Like, these nails glistened in just normal lighting, and the flowers gave it the right touch, just like full-on spring vibes. I love rainbow. I feel like that's a very fun glitter polygel, and then mixing it with the two gel polishes just made it pop a bit more. These were really elegant to me. Like, I felt really cute in these nails. Like, the length was perfect for me. I just really liked everything about this nail set. That charm was really nice as well. And I'm always so out of frame when I'm showing y'all my nails at the end, but y'all get the picture. And this is how it looks with flash. And y'all, I love just how they glisten. So pretty Hex in the City is. That's such a beautiful shade. But comment down below and let me know what you think of this nail set. And if you've made it this far, please, I would love it if you would go ahead and like, comment, and subscribe. Hit your post notification bell so you don't miss any of my future sets. I thank you all for joining me today, and I'll see you in my next one.